Hello and welcome back to Hope's Instant Kitchen. Today's Taco Tuesday, so we are going to make a Mexican lasagna. You will need a package of ground beef or ground turkey, some salsa or picante sauce, about a cup. You're going to need some no-boil lasagna noodles, a package of taco seasoning, 1 can of drained corn, 1/4 of a cup of water, sharp cheddar, triple cheddar, or Mexican cheese blend, whichever you prefer. We're going to need some salt, black pepper, some onion powder. We're also going to need some refried beans to add to our meat mixture if you prefer. I have some right now. They're cooking in my 3-quart, so as soon as they're done, I'm going to add them into my meat mixture. So let's get started. First things first, we're going to put our meat into our Instant Pot, and then we're going to come to the control panel, and it says off when you plug it in. You're going to hit the saute button. And it's going to show 30 on the screen, and it'll take a minute to heat up, and once it does, you will hear the meat start to cook. And after a few minutes of the Instant Pot heating up, you will hear that sound of simmering and cooking. So what we're going to do is start to brown up our meat. We're going to add in our salt, black pepper, and onion powder and let it cook, and when it's browned, we will drain the grease if you wish. And we're going to add our packet of taco seasoning and our 1/4 cup of water to the mixture. Some onion powder, some black pepper, and a little bit of salt. I don't want to add too much salt, just a little bit there to get some flavor. And we're going to stir the seasonings around. And continue to let our meat finish cooking here. I'll drain the grease out. I'm going to go ahead and add in my packet of taco seasoning and a 1/4 cup of water. And I'm going to give this a stir. Get that taco seasoning mixed around. And to this, I'm going to add about a cup of salsa or picante sauce and 1 can of corn that has been drained. In goes the corn, and in goes our salsa. And I'm going to come down to the control panel. We have the saute button pressed. We're going to hit the off cancel button there. We're going to stir in our salsa and corn into our meat mixture, and I'm also going to add my refried beans, which are totally and completely optional. If you don't like the refried beans, you do not have to add them. Okay, so I have added some of my refried beans that I made in my 3-quart. You can use store-bought if you prefer, or you don't have to add them at all. And this is our filling for our Mexican lasagna. Alright, so let's come over here, and we're going to need a 7-inch springform pan. We're going to need a trivet, and I've already gone ahead and put some water, a cup and a half of water, into my 8-quart Instant Pot, because I'm going to be using the 8-quart to cook my lasagna. So what I'm going to do now is take my springform pan here. I'm going to take and just put a drizzle of olive oil in the bottom of my springform pan here. Just a little bit is all you need. And then I'm going to just rub it along the bottom and the sides in order to grease my pot here. And I'll show you what this looks like when I'm through. Alright, so this springform pan is well coated on the sides here, as well as the bottom with the olive oil. Okay, so now it's time to assemble our lasagna. We're going to start in the bottom with a little bit of our meat mixture, meat and bean mixture on the bottom, and that's to keep the noodles from sticking. Even though we've put the oil in, we're still going to start with a little bit of our meat mixture at the bottom. Okay, so once we get some of our meat and corn and bean salsa mixture in the bottom, we're just going to take a spoon and just kind of spread it around along the bottom of the pan. So we're looking about like this. It does not have to be perfect. We just want to have a little layer here on the bottom. Okay. Next, we're going to layer in some of the no-boil lasagna noodles. It'll take about 2 noodles. That's 1 noodle right there, and then I'm gonna break another one to do the sides in little pieces. So once we have covered our layer of lasagna noodles with the meat mixture, we're gonna top it with cheese. I'm gonna use sharp cheddar and triple cheddar blend. So we're just gonna top the layer with cheese. Okay, so top it with cheese, then we're going to repeat the layers, starting with the noodles, then we're gonna do meat mixture, then cheese. So I believe that I got 4 layers of noodles in my lasagna here. And as you can see, I have used up every bit of my meat mixture there. We're going to top the last layer. You will just want the meat mixture and cheese on the top. So after topping this with cheese, we are looking like this. We're going to take and cover this with aluminum foil. We're going to place it on the trivet here, and it's going to go into our Instant Pot. Just want to loosely cover with foil. And there you have it. And I'm using my 8-quart Duo model for this. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put our lid on top of the Instant Pot. We're going to make sure that our pressure valve is in the sealing position, which the knob will be pointed towards the back versus the front. Okay. And what we're going to do is come down to our control panel. We're going to hit the pressure cook button, and I'm going to go down to 24 minutes. Just hit the minus button. And that's it. See you back when the 24 minutes is up. Alright guys, so our Instant Pot is done. Our 24 minutes are up. What we're going to do, you're going to see L000. You're going to come down to the control panel and hit your cancel button. Okay, and as you can see, our little red pressure knob is up here. What we're going to do is go ahead and do a quick release, which means we're going to turn our lever to the front, release all the pressure. It's going to take a few minutes, so we'll see you back once this is completed. Alright, so now that our pin has dropped, all the pressure is released, we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove our lid, and you can set your lid in the side of the pot here, right in this handle. Okay. And we're going to pull this out using some pot holders because this can be a little bit warm. Alright, so I have pulled this out and set it on a baking sheet. We're going to remove the foil off the top, and we're looking like this, okay? Okay, so now that I have taken the lasagna out of the Instant Pot, I have removed the foil and placed this on a baking sheet here. And I have removed the trivet. What I'm going to do is put this in the oven. It's preheating now to broil. We're going to just let the top become brown and let the cheese get really melty. So it should only take a few minutes. Alright, so I have set this in my oven under the broiler for just a minute, just to get the edges kind of crisped up a little bit, get the cheese all nice and melted. And I'm going to let this sit in my springform pan for a few minutes to kind of cool down just a little bit. That way when we take it out of the mold and slice into it, it won't fall apart on us. So I'll see you back in a few minutes. Alright, so I have put my 7-inch springform pan with my lasagna in it on a plate. And when it's time to take the springform pan off, just take a butter knife, and even though we've put some oil around the edge of the pan, just kind of get in between your lasagna and your pan like so with the knife to make sure there's no cheese or anything like that that is going to stick to the pan and keep it from coming off nice and easily. So once you've gone all the way around like that, you can go ahead and loosen the pan, and it is hot, so you might want to use a pot holder. And loosen the latch here on the side. It just goes backwards like this. And now the moment of truth. After we have let it sit and kind of cool down in the pan, and there you have it, Mexican lasagna. Enjoy your Taco Tuesday. Just make a note that you need to let this sit in the springform pan once you take it out of the oven for about 20 minutes to let it cool down before you remove the springform pan from around your lasagna so that it will not fall apart once you remove the mold. And then I let mine sit for about another 5 to 10 minutes before I cut into it. That way it doesn't fall apart. Make sure that you leave a like below if you liked this video. Feel free to leave a comment if you try the recipe, and make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you can be notified each time I post a video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.